to be here.
So Michelle Grant is the founder of DigiArt Candy, and you've created the amazing course for us, which is Become an Asana Madonna.
Absolutely, absolutely. Master it, get stuff done, motivate yourself, inspire yourself. That's what it's all about.
I'm so excited. We've just been talking about how you created the course and how the experience and the things that you learn. But let's first start off with what's included in Becoming an Asana Madonna.
What's included? Wow. Without my cheat sheet, I'm trying to remember. But there are all kinds of freebies. I believe in freebies. You should have downloaded the attachment, how to the keyboard shortcuts, and then you get some balloons in 36 different colors, and you get the balloons themselves, and then the balloons with the ribbon attached, and then the ribbons too, because there are all kinds of different reasons to use them, different ways you can use them. You can combine the ribbons with other things, with a bow, for instance, that kind of thing. And the reason I offered that is because I teach graphics and animations in PowerPoint, and I needed them myself. So I figured you might want them too, because when you go online, let's say at Pixabay, which is my favorite place for free pictures, it is really hard to find balloons in the colors that you want. There are only a couple of them, and maybe 3 or 4 colors of the same image. So I thought, I'm going to make one every color of the rainbow, and then it can work for any holiday. I talk about it in the course. So that's off the subject of Asana, but
give us a quick overview then of what's included in the course.
Well, with this, I'm a big believer in not only using Asana to organize your schedule, your tasks, your 1 to 3 tasks a day, and your projects, but also to motivate and inspire yourself. Some people need more motivation than others, and I'm one of those. I need a lot. When you're going through some things that are tough in life, you need that. And so I've included that. And if that's not something, that others may like to do, well, then they don't have to do that. I'm all about trying to show you different ways to use it so you get ideas and personalize it for yourself.
I think it's amazing. And I think that it's completely relevant, the motivation side of things, to what we do and what we're all about at Her Success Tribe. So that's absolutely perfect. And to say that I didn't even ask you to do that, literally, I asked Michelle if you could create us a course on how to use and kind of be more productive in Asana. And you've come back with this absolutely amazing content that I'm blown away. Like, throughout the whole process, you've been messaging me back and forth and telling me all about all the amazing things that you've been creating. I've been so excited to really dig into it, and I am so excited for everyone to kind of dig in and really use it. What is the kind of most important thing that you think for Asana is? What's the most important thing for us? I can't even get my words out. What's the most important way you use Asana for your business?
My daily routine. The first thing I do when I get up is I open Asana, and I don't even go to my schedule, my tasks. I go to my motivational pages and remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing every day. If you're anything like me at all, maybe you're better than I am, and you're really good at only putting in your 8 hours or 6 hours, whatever it is you want to do. I'm not so good at that. So I put in 12 to 16-hour days, but sometimes you got to do that when you're working on a project or when you're starting your business, which is what I'm doing. I don't even have my website up yet. Hopefully by the time this is airing, it will be. Cross my fingers. So that's what I do. And then I get really excited about my business, my brand. Okay, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I have more energy, and it helps me wake up. And then I figure out what task I want to work on. And you're only supposed to work on 1 to 3 a day. You go for that.
Sorry, Michelle. Sorry. So you go on to it. Sorry, let's go back to your website. So your website will be aired by the time we launch this video.
Oh, what will it be?
Yes.
Oh, digiartcandy.com.
Okay.
That's
amazing.
it. I teach entrepreneurs how to create animated ads, animations, and graphics using PowerPoint. And I have to tell you, when we're talking about organization, motivation, and inspiration, I think they kind of all go together, because without one, you really can't have the other, right? And we all have good days and bad days, and even opposition. And what I teach is kind of, some people say, not popular. They'd rather maybe use another program out there. And I say, go for it, whatever works for you. But you have no idea what you can do in PowerPoint. PowerPoint isn't just about a bunch of bullet points. You can create an animated ad like you see on a news feed somewhere. And I do the whole process, the whole checklist, how to do it in Asana. And I have to tell you, this is the first course I have ever filmed. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what equipment to use. I didn't know what lighting to use. It has been exciting and a nightmare all at the same time, but you tackle it, you get it done. And I'm so excited. This is probably one of the most exciting things I've ever done. I probably say that with every project, right? Don't we all do that? Except for when I had my son.
Obviously. Okay, so this is the first course that you've made, and we've spoke about this in great depth before we started chatting on this interview. And so I thought it'd be really, really interesting and really inspiring for our listeners and our followers to really kind of get to grips and understand how, what the process was that you followed. So for anybody who's listening to the podcast, I'll just explain to you what the visual looks like of this interview. So Michelle is sat with an amazing backdrop with some beautiful pink flowers, and it moves.
It's fabric.
But it looks absolutely amazing. And I would never, when you came on, I looked and I thought maybe, but then I thought no. And it just looks amazing. And not only that, but Michelle looks amazing, and her lighting is amazing, and the camera that she's using is amazing. So just talk us through the setting that you've got, because in comparison to mine's like yellowy. You're going to see me in the videos going forward with some amazing backdrop, some amazing lighting.
Okay,
and
let me tell you about this one.
Please do. Let me grab my pen and my piece of paper.
I went a whole year not knowing how to do the lighting. I practiced every which way but loose, let me tell you. I turned every light on in the house. I sat in front of the window. I sat the window behind me. I sat with lights dangling dangerously. I could not figure it out. I looked online. I tried to get advice. It just wasn't good enough. And finally, I just kind of put it together, just trial and error. But I did have to spend some money, but not a lot. And what I did was I bought the lighting kit I bought a ring light, the kind that has a stand, and it goes behind your laptop or your computer, or if you're lucky enough to have a video recorder on a stand, it goes, around your camera. And then I bought box lights, and it comes in a set of 3. And it's got 2 that go in on the side, and it's supposed to have one that hangs down in the middle, which I can't figure out how to put together just yet. It has 4 little arms on it that you're supposed to squeeze into this piece of fabric, and it pops out every time. And I cursed a little bit too much, so I did this. But it could probably be even better. But look what a difference it makes. And then I'm older. I grew up with, you never go outside the house unless you have your makeup and your hair done. Okay, so I still do that. That's just me. I think with the younger generation, everybody's more casual. I just can't do that. Even though, to be honest, when I'm working at home, I sit in my nightgown with no makeup on. So there you go. And as far as backdrops, I haven't seen people do that very much, professional entrepreneurs anyway. And you know what? It's so much cheaper to buy one already made than it is to just go get fabric at the store. It's not wide enough anyway. And you do have to have a steamer. You can buy a small handheld steamer to steam it. But this one is the best one I have found. Vinyl ones, you really have to steam. This is fabric. It feels kind of like velvet. And it's the best one I have. The only mistake I made was in getting a 5x7. It needs to be wider than that because it didn't occur to me with an HD camera, which is a 16x9. It needs to get the whole thing. So look at this. I'm going to move this. You will see the edge of it. You see the edge right there? That's the edge. So you got to get a wide one, I'd say, if you do it. And I got a bunch of them because, you know, I'm a perfectionist, strange person that way.
No,
so there was
that's
that.
not
And
strange.
then the first day I filmed, my webcam didn't work. And I'm using kind of an older laptop that my brother gave me because right about when I was ready to film, my laptop decided to die. You know,
Upper limit.
I don't know why that happens that way. So I sat there on my first day ready to film. I was so excited. My hair was done, my makeup was done, and the webcam didn't work. No picture. I think I cried for about an hour.
Oh,
and I thought,
no.
okay, what do you do now? What do you do now? You know, when you're tired and you've got a lot on your plate, sometimes it just kind of gets to you when these things happen. But you get over it and you move on. And I researched cameras, and I didn't want to spend a lot, but yet I wanted something that could last. And so I found this, what is it called? It's called an HD 1080p Logitech camera, and I can send you the link. I'll try to
Yes.
find it in the UK. We do have this difference where there's the UK and the US. But either way, you'll be able to find it. I'll send you the link. And I think it was about $60, and that wasn't even on sale. They go on sale during holiday times. And it's really good. And you turn it on, and oh my gosh, the lighting is already better even when you have no lighting, because somehow it's got something built into it where the lighting is better. I did get a lavalier mic, and I've attached it here. I'm going to show you.
Oh, okay.
I have a Blue Yeti, which I haven't tried using yet, but it occurred to me, when you're sitting there, if you're filming a course, do you really want that mic? You know, let's say this is my mic. I got a little stand for my, I got an old iPhone. Sorry. It's paid for. I don't want to pay for a new one. So you don't want this right in front of your face while you're filming, do you? I didn't. So I thought, what have I done? Okay, what do professionals do? And so I looked up other people who sell courses, and you get this little lavalier mic. I can send you the link.
Yes, do.
It wasn't that expensive. I did have to spend a lot. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. It's all preference. And you clip this to your shirt. I think I even put the clip on backwards. I'm afraid to take it off. I'm afraid I'll break the darn thing. So it's on backwards. But it still works, and you just put it under your clothes and clip it on. Then it's supposed to be like hand's length away from you. Mine is about that, maybe a little bit lower. But
wow, Michelle, you're like a complete pro now.
Well, the sound is better, and I know I'm going to get better in the future, but I can't help myself. I'm a perfectionist that way. It gives you ideas. Okay, here's the other thing I learned. All right, so we're supposed to be talking about Asana, but who cares? So, when I filmed, I got nervous. I felt like I was on stage. I started going, and I went off topic. And I thought, okay, so I guess I need a script. And while I'm talking to you, am I supposed to look into the camera or at the screen?
Yeah, you can do either. It doesn't matter.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'm looking at you, so I'm not actually looking at the camera. But I'm okay with that. So I hope everyone else is.
So, okay. Practice. I practiced with my scripts, and I printed them out, and I found some really great links online. I'm a big researcher. I never feel like I'm ready because I have too much to learn. That's part of my problem too, but at least I recognize it and I'm trying to fix it. But here's the thing. You you go into Microsoft Word to do your script, and you put a table in. And one side, it has 2 columns. The left column will have your instructions that are short, maybe with little images that when you glance at, you can kind of see right by the script on the right that you want to read word for word. If you do it that way, which I do, I want it to be word for word. I found I perform better that way. You might be that type of person who works best ad-libbing. I'm not. So that is how you do it. Left side with your prompts and an image to show you where you're at. If you're doing something technical, that really helps, because while you're talking, you kind of lose your place. And while you're reading your script, you have to look into the camera. You can't be looking down like this the whole time you're filming a course. So I thought, well, they tell you could use an iPad as a teleprompter. Well, teleprompters are hundreds, I don't know, thousands of dollars. I can't afford that. I don't have an iPad. I'm not going to get an iPad just for scripts. Not right now, anyway. Maybe next year. But you know what? I'm also, my eyes are bad, so it has to be big print for me. So here is the solution I came up with. You're going to love it. Okay, I'm going to show this to you. Don't panic, because this is part of what I'm using today as reference, because I prepared for this too, just in case if I get asked questions. All right, so I'm showing you. I put this to the left or right of my computer. You get one of these things. This holds a clipboard. You could put a clipboard in the little slot. It's for files.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I set that on there. I only needed one, but there was one of my videos that had, I think, 22 pages. And what I had to do was stagger them side by side in order to get it to fit. That worked for that particular thing, but you can have 2, one on each side of your laptop. So here's what I did. I got a bulletin board.
Oh, of course, it makes so much sense.
Put that in the file folder slot. Then your papers aren't falling down. Now, in this case, I used push pins, but when I was filming, I just took the pieces of paper and laid them on the table in front of the board so they had something to lean on, because it makes noise when your clipboard moves or if your clipboard falls. So I had my finger, let's say here are your pieces of paper. I use 3x5 cards a lot. I'm a 3x5 card person. So here are my 3x5 cards, and I would stagger the pieces of paper like this. When I'm done reading script 1, I put that down. When I'm done reading page 2, I put that down. Because you know what? I found that I didn't have to edit if I practiced. I had my script ready, and I made less noise. The sound was good. The light was good. Oh my gosh.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to contact you like next month, and I'm going to be like, Michelle, can you create us a course on how to create a course?
I kind of feel guilty about that, because I learn from all kinds of other people, and you know, I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just doing what works for me. But yeah, sure.
Of course. You are amazing, Michelle. Honestly, so amazing.
You're amazing. I can't believe how much you do. And you know what? I'm here to tell you, it never occurred to me to do a collaboration. I'm very much a stay-at-home kind of person. I don't socialize much with people. That's just kind of how I am. I want to work from home and do my thing, and don't worry about office politics type of person.
Yeah, definitely.
So it didn't occur to me. And you know what? Having this deadline, even though I missed it by a month, forced me to get it done. It forced me to make decisions. There are things that get in the way, like, okay, I don't have the budget. You think to yourself, unless you do have the budget, then you're lucky. You can buy whatever equipment you want. But so what do you buy first? How do you know what to do first when you're starting a business? And let's say you're doing courses like me. What do you buy first? And I thought, okay, you know what? I decided to do this collaboration. I need the stuff I need to film the course. So what do I need? And here's my budget. How can I make it work? And that's how I started. And then I got Camtasia to record. So you can go on and on. and I don't even know everything about it yet. So
tell us then, I'm going to ask you a few questions then around your entrepreneurial journey before we finish up.
okay.
So what's been the biggest challenge then in setting up your business?
I'm going to look at my cheat sheet because I'm trying to remember. Biggest inspiration. No, not that one. Biggest challenge. Biggest challenge. I'm never a one answer person, because there's always a lot of things going on. But I have to say that if you're going through some tough times in your life, and you have people who don't want you to be doing what you're doing, it isn't just naysayers. These are people that will actively try to make you stop what you're doing, type of thing, which is kind of what I'm going through. You just kind of want to give up sometimes. And that's why I use extreme motivation, because you know what? No one's going to stop me from doing what I want to do. I'm 51 this year, and I've done everything my whole life that I kind of really didn't want to do, which was working for other people. And I want to work for myself, and I'm not going to have people tell me I can't do it. It's possible. And I underestimated my worth, what I could offer, what others might like. That's probably the biggest.
Wow. You're so inspiring, Michelle. You really are. You're doing it. You're living, breathing proof that you can do and be whatever you want. It doesn't matter what happens. Is there a book that you'd recommend?
I thought you'd ask that. I have a prop right here. You got to realize it's been a long time. I'm a very shy person, but when I get on camera, I feel like I'm on stage.
Big idea.
The Big Idea with Donnie Deutsch. He had a show on here in the U.S. called The Big Idea. He doesn't anymore. I think he's on every Friday here. He's on a show called Morning Joe, where he does commentary. He's kind of a goofball. He likes to act. But this was all about entrepreneurs, and I used to love this show. They were tough on people. And I thought, I don't know if I could make it, how tough they are. But he has such good advice, and it's still for sale, at least in the US. Oh, you know what? I sent you the link. It is still in the UK for sale too.
Oh, amazing.
The Big Idea with Donnie Deutsch, my favorite book. And I have to tell you a story associated with that. Okay, so I don't want to cry. Within the last year, I lost all of my possessions. It's a long story. It has to do with a guy. Nobody wants to hear it. I'm okay now. It was actually a good thing. It was a good thing. But this was one of the books I saved. I couldn't save all 3 bookcases. This is one of the ones I saved. So that's how they have to do it.
Wow. Amazing. Okay, so what do you want to leave with our listeners and give them something to go away with?
Wow. I don't have that one on my list. You have to ad lib. Be yourself. Do it the way that is comfortable for you. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're selling, however it is you're presenting yourself. You know, I'm older and I'm trying to join this younger generation, but I've tried to put together businesses for the last 30 years, ever since I can remember. I think I've had 20 different business ideas. I didn't stick with them. I kind of gave up when it got hard, and that's the thing you have to do, is stick with it. But if you try to be something you're not, it's not going to work. You know, I can't ad lib, generally speaking. I talk too much, but I can't ad lib. If you're good at on camera work, on location somewhere, and that's better for you than reading a script, then go for it. When you try to be something you're not, it just doesn't come across well, and people can see it. That's what I found out.
Thank you so much for the course and for being here with us today. It really has been really an experience.
Thank you. Thank you so much.